What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So this video is slightly different because it was inspired by a viewer of mine who asked me, "Student, how can I make 10,000 gold as quick as possible?" Now, the guy was in quite the pickle because he had to make an additional 10,000 gold in order to buy a WoW token before his time ran out. And that got me thinking, how could you make 10,000 gold as quickly as possible? And we're not talking about getting items worth 10,000 gold. Like, if you would actually have to sell the items as well and get the gold in your mailbox or obtain it through raw gold. So I did an example of that, and by all means, there's a lot of different ways of doing this, but I just wanted to test it out and make this video, so hopefully you guys find it as interesting as I do. Now, before we take a look at that and the method that I used, big thank you for all the support on the 0 to 10 million gold guide. This is a digital gold guide that you open up on your computer, and it has all the best tactics and methods that I personally use in order to obtain hundreds of millions of gold. The best part about it is the fact that it's a one-time purchase, so once you get it, it comes with a lifetime of free updates, meaning that whenever there's a new patch to the game, and even a brand new expansion like Midnight, I update the exact same gold guide with the new best methods and send it to your email completely for free. Now that's going to be linked down below in the description. Don't forget to use the discount code STUDENT for 50% off. And if you're like many others and you already have the gold guide, then you should definitely check out the VIP Discord. Because once you join in, you can view videos like this before they go public on YouTube, giving you a slight advantage. But you also get access to exclusive content in forms of gold tips. There's multiple spreadsheets for gold making, TSM groups and operations, and you can even get access to the investments that I'm doing for upcoming patches like player housing, upcoming expansions, and much, much more. But that will also be linked down below in the description. So, when I was going to do this, I knew that it had to be something that went on the regional auction house. I couldn't do older materials because they don't have the same sell rate as current content materials. So I went ahead and did probably the most farmed, like solo farm that people are doing right now for steady gold. I went ahead and I did DFC. So I signed up for DFC Follower Dungeon, went in with my druid who has tailoring, and then I started to farm it on repeat. Now, do keep in mind that I'm not usually in a position where I need gold, so I don't really do a lot of DFC. So for like the first half of this, I wasn't like pulling these two like mob packs that's like up in the air. And that's definitely going to have an impact on the gold per hour. But the tough thing about this was that, yeah, sure, you were getting some raw gold from killing these mobs, and then you were getting some cloth. But, like, when do you stop to pop up the auction house mount and sell the materials? And, like when do you continue farming? How do you know that you have enough materials to sell? Because one tactic would be to, like, just run it with Loot Appraiser, run the Loot Appraiser on minimum buyout, and then wait until you have 10,000 gold on the Loot Appraiser, and then you would stop and put it up on the auction house. So that, look, like in hindsight, that's the thing that I should have done. I just went on like a feel, right? Like I was getting the feeling of, okay, this is an okay amount of materials. I've now farmed for, let's say that I farmed for like 15 minutes. So I'm now going to go ahead and like post all of my cloth on the auction house. And we'll see how much gold I get. Some of it is going to get sold. Some of it is going to get undercut, so it's not actually going to get sold. So I'm going to need to like cancel the auctions, post the cloth again, and so on. But it was relatively smooth though. I like right now 20 minutes in, and I know for a fact that I have enough cloth on the auction house in order to make 20,000 or 10,000 gold. And I'm also in this portion of the farm, I'm doing the DFC farm correctly, where I'm also pulling the mobs up in the air. But I did a couple of more runs just to get some of the higher yielding cloth, the cloth that sells for a bit more gold, to try and ensure that I would be able to sell the items fast. But I could have, at this point as well, looking back at it, I could have just camped the auction house, cancelled auctions, posted, done undercut scan, and just rinse and repeat to finish it in less than 20 minutes. So I think if I were to do it again, I would have just run with Loot Appraiser at minimum buyouts. Just waited until the Loot Appraiser said maybe not 10,000 gold, but maybe like 12, 13, and then I would have just camped the auction house until everything sold, and I would have been able to do it a lot faster. But at this point, I have enough cloth in the auction house, not just for 10,000 gold, but I got 1,300 gold raw, and then I have like 13.4k in the mailbox, with some cloth that is expired. Not a whole lot of cloth though. That's what, like only 30 gold, 35 gold on the auction house. But I made almost 50% more gold than I needed to. So even though I stopped this challenge when I was 24 minutes in, looking back at it, I could have done it in like 15 minutes if I did min-max it, and I didn't stop farming until I hit like 10, 11, 12,000 gold on the Loot Appraiser, and then just camp the auction house, as these materials are selling stupidly fast as long as you don't have somebody posting right after you on the auction house. But it was a fun challenge to do. This is a very easy farm that a lot of people can get into quite easily. It doesn't take a lot of time to set up tailoring in order to get bonus cloth from doing it. Any class can do it. You don't even need good gear to do it. Now, I'm not sure, I've never done this style of video before, so I'm not sure what the interest is, but it could perhaps be cool to try the exact same thing, but with a different dungeon, like Priory, maybe Braconite Hollow and Dragonflight, raw gold, like you name it. So if you guys want to see any different ways of reaching 10,000 gold and tracking the time that it takes, please come up with suggestions, ways of doing it that I could try out down below in the comments section. Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to see that video or those videos as they arrive. And of course, as always, do not forget to check out the 0 to 10 million gold guide. And if you already have that, the VIP Discord. I do appreciate you guys watching my videos, and I will see you all back in at tomorrow for yet another video. Bye bye.